Greetings, humans. It's me, Bob Harris, senior editor of FootballDiehards.com. Time for the Week 2 injury review, preview, update, overview thing. Like to do this every Saturday, get you up to speed on all the situations you need to know heading into Sunday's kickoff. So whether you're watching this Saturday afternoon, Saturday night, Sunday morning, always be sure that things change. Check the site. Major changes or discrepancies from what we report here will appear on the video launch page, but always check the latest news in the headline section to make sure you're on top of all the things, especially for players that are mentioned here. So it'll be easy to find. Just scroll down the headlines, check it out. Just to give you the condensed version here in case you just have a few minutes to listen to the things you must know. Michael Thomas seems unlikely to play. We'll know more Saturday afternoon when the injury report is released. It hasn't come out yet. He has yet to practice this week, has a high ankle sprain, so don't get your hopes up, but check back. Chris Godwin has a concussion, listed as doubtful. He'll go undergo further testing Saturday. It's a home game, so we may not learn the true outcome until Sunday leading up to kickoff. We'll have that information for you when it's available, but for now, he's doubtful. George Kittle's out. Kenny Galladay's out. A.J. Brown is out. Jamison Crowder's out. Le'Veon Bell's out. Phillip Lindsay's out. James Conner is off the injury report, as is Miles Sanders. So once again, those are the key issues you need to know. The guys where we have the most resolution, the players who are ruled out. The two key issues, Michael Thomas and Chris Godwin, we'll be watching for throughout Saturday, right up through Sunday's kickoff. In Godwin's case, it's early afternoon, right up through Monday night. In Michael Thomas's case, that one's a concern if you have him. I mean, obviously it wasn't a great week last week, so check back on that. We'll dig into these in chronological order now, go a little more in depth just to get you up to speed on all the players you may want to have pivots on hand for as kickoff draws near. So we'll start with the early afternoon games, the Sunday 1 p.m. Eastern window. Again, Godwin listed as doubtful. He had the concussion, didn't get the symptoms till Wednesday, so didn't go into the protocol till Wednesday. The protocol is a process. He has to pass a series of tests over the course of a certain amount of time. I'm not sure he'll have time to get through it, but we'll know more, if not Saturday afternoon, Saturday night, Sunday morning. So check back for sure if you have Godwin. Mike Evans is off the injury report, so there's good news there. Carolina's a pretty good matchup for whoever's playing them. Kittle, again, mentioned he is out, has the knee sprain, didn't practice all week. There was some talk that maybe he would be able to go. They're just going to play it safe with him. Seems like a wise course of action. Jordan Reed gets a chance to prove he still remembers Kyle Shanahan's offense from their time together in Washington. It's a good matchup. Other side of the ball, Jamison Crowder's out, Le'Veon Bell's out. LaMichael Pirine could play this week. He's listed as questionable. The Jets have injuries at wide out, right? I mean, without Crowder, Braxton Berrios will move into the slot role. Brashard Perryman will start. Chris Hogan will start. So this offense is struggling. And without Le'Veon Bell, Frank Gore obviously will start at running back. So we'll see if Pirine can get in the mix or if it's Josh Adams. And Kalen Ballage has been promoted from the practice squad. In Detroit, Kenny Galladay ruled out. Hunter Bryant, the tight end, rookie tight end, also ruled out. Expect Quintez Cephas to get more work. He got a lot of targets last week, didn't catch a lot of them. Marvin Hall also available for that outside spot. Marvin Jones, of course, the starter opposite Galladay, will continue to get a good run. He got 8 targets last week, didn't maximize those. Danny Amendola and TJ Hawkinson. DeAndre Swift as well will be part of filling the hole left by Galladay's absence. Maybe he can return next week. This is the second game he's missing with a hamstring injury. He suffered the Wednesday of week 1, the first practice of the week. A.J. Brown, as I mentioned, ruled out. Darrington Evans, the rookie running back, ruled out. Corey Davis is off the injury report, had a great game against the Broncos. Seems to be in line for wide receiver 1 work right here without A.J. Brown going against the Jaguars. Devontae Parker from Miami is questionable heading into the game against the Bills. A tough matchup against Tre'Davious White. If he does play, it's a game-time decision. The local reporting has been optimistic, suggests that he will play, so seems likely. Seems like the best-case scenario here is he's active, draws the Tre'Davious White coverage, and Preston Williams has a good day. But look, Parker had good games against both White and Gilmore, Stephon Gilmore from the Patriots last year, so it's not like he's incapable. We just wonder how healthy he is. Mentioned Phillip Lindsay out against Pittsburgh. Saquon Barkley says this is a tough matchup. Melvin Gordon will be facing, but he'll get the bulk of the workload. Royce Freeman will be available to chip in. Cortland Sutton listed as questionable. Talked to Ryan O'Halloran of the Denver Post Friday night. He thought he was very questionable, Sutton. So that's one to watch as well. Jerry Jeudy picked up the pace, needs to catch all the passes coming his way. Noah Fant was what looked very solid as well in that game. So So I guess it's just the matchup is a concern, right? Even whether you're a fan to Jerry Jeudy. KJ Hamler may be back for this game as well. He's off the injury report. For the Indianapolis Colts, Zach Pascal, the wide receiver, and Michael Pittman Jr., the rookie wide receiver, both questionable ankle and toe injuries. Jack Doyle has been ruled out. So Mo Alley Cox will move into the top of the tight end rotation there. Seems like Paris Campbell, T.Y. Hilton, and the running backs. Marlon Mack, of course, done for the year on IR. So Jonathan Taylor will start. Naheem Hines will chip in. They caught a lot of passes last week. Expect more from Phillip Rivers this week with Jack Doyle out. Golden Tate is listed as questionable going against the Chicago Bears, the New York Giants. Seems like he's trending towards playing. We could see Daniel Jones with his full complement of skill players around him, but we'll see if Tate is up to full speed. Other side of the ball, everyone's good to go. Allen Robinson was upset about his contract. Sounds like they've resumed talks on Saturday, but he still wants that new deal. Sounds like Tariq Cohen might give him. By the time you hear this, he may have it already. For the Rams at Philadelphia, Gerald Everett is questionable with the back injury he suffered last week. He was getting a fair amount of playing time. Tyler Higbee, they were using 2 tight end sets. Tyler Higbee still the starter, so no concerns there. Alshon Jeffrey on the other side of the ball has been ruled out, as I mentioned. Miles Sanders is in. He's back. He's off the injury report, so hopefully he can get more of a workload. I'm a little concerned about the workload, right? He has not practiced since early in August, since early in training camp. The hamstring has been an issue, so that's something he's going to have to work his way back from. And it's a tough matchup. And Lane Johnson, the offensive lineman, is back as well. All kinds of notifications coming in, people. So I'm just trying to keep track, make sure no injury issues of interest are happening as we speak, because that's how it works. The late afternoon games, Duke Johnson, Brandon Cooks, both listed as questionable. In this one, Cooks played through his quad injury in the opener against Kansas City. Duke Johnson was hurt in that game. It's been, they'll have like a 10-day break between then. So Johnson sounded like he would miss time at first, but now it sounds like he will not. He sounds like he has an outside chance of playing. If he doesn't, Buddy Howell moves up behind David Johnson, who will continue as the starter. It's a tough matchup against the Baltimore Ravens, people. Remember that. For the Ravens, Justice Hill listed as questionable with the thigh issue. He missed last week's game. Greg Roman told us this week the backfield rotation is going to remain a mystery. It's going to be determined week to week. We saw J.K. Dobbins flash with a 2-touchdown game last week. Who knows what's going to happen? And it's going to make it difficult to figure out the Mark Ingram, J.K. Dobbins shares. And look, Gus Edwards got a fair amount of work in that game as well. So that's one we'll have to watch over time. The Los Angeles Chargers hosting Kansas City. This one, Justin Jackson is listed as doubtful. He will not, almost certainly will not play, barring an upgrade or a major change. That means Joshua Kelly will continue to work as a change of pace to Austin Eckler. Eckler got a lot of carries last week, not a lot of catches. Hopefully they target him more. I think he had 1 target, but 19 carries made it all worthwhile. That helped his cause quite a bit. So we'll see what they do against Kansas City when they have to play a little keep up. There's some talk, Tyrod Taylor at quarterback. Maybe the plan isn't to check down as much. He's always looking deep, and he also looks to run, something Phillip Rivers didn't do so much. So that's a concern for Eckler owners. We'll see how that plays out. For the Arizona Cardinals against the Washington football team, only 1 injury. It's not really that interesting. Max Williams, the tight end, has been ruled out. Sunday night game, it's the Seahawks, New England at Seattle. Julian Edelman and N'Keal Harry, both listed as questionable for this game. Dalton Keene, the tight end, is as well. So those are something to watch. Expect Edelman and Harry to play. Not a lot behind them. Jacoby Myers, Damiere Byrd. Maybe it's time for Damiere Byrd. And the Monday night game, Michael Thomas, status unknown. Henry Ruggs III did not practice Thursday or Friday. Played through the injury last week. My guess is he'll try to do the same this week. John Gruden really complimented him on his ability to work through the injury or tough it out. So we'll see if he does. So there you have it, everybody. Again, check back the main page of the site. We got tons of information you want to get anyway there, but always check the headline news section to make sure nothing has changed. All major changes will again appear on the splash page, the launch page for this video to help you out. And tune in the site. We'll have live pregame with Emil Kadlik and Jason Brady Sunday morning at 8 a.m. Eastern time, I believe it is. Or is it 9? It's 10 Eastern. I live in too many time zones. Also, you can catch me on the SiriusXM pregame show with Jeff Mans from 11 to 1 Eastern time, and we'll have all this information available for you. The headline news will have the inactive announcements as they come in. So if any of the players I talked about are there, you'll be able to catch those. Tons of other content available for you. Video content. Jen Ryan's new Prop Bet, Prop Till You Drop show. Good content there with a fantasy spin on the betting. The Blitz College Fantasy Football Show with John Laub. The Football Diehards podcast available with myself, Justin Lanero, Kyle Dvorak. DFS Lineup Show with Jason Brady and Dvorak is available as well. Tons of written content. The Scholars DraftKings Sheet of Knowledge from John Laub, along with the DFS content from Kyle Dvorak, myself, Justin Lanero, Gary Davenport's The Shadow Knows, Brad Cruz's Sit Starts, all kinds of good stuff up there. Evan Tarciano early in the week with the waiver wire, the Wizard, and Kyle to start the week with the injury overview. The Monday injury review and free agent preview is always available too. So appreciate the time. Go to FootballDiehards.com. Check up all these guys that I talked about. There could be changes, but that should set the table to know what to look for as you head into this week's game. Good luck. Let's get a big win.